Story title, Brains and Bones, The Great Neighborly Clash Introduction. In a quirky little town called Hallaville, two families lived on opposite ends of the street, the poor zombie family and the rich skeleton family. The zombies lived in a creaky, overgrown house with a leaky roof, always smelling of fresh compost and brains. Across the street, the skeletons resided in a gleaming, golden mansion with a fountain that sprayed sparkling water. Despite their differences, the two families had one thing in common: they were always in competition. Whether it was who had the best garden, who threw the most extravagant parties, or even who baked the tastiest special pie, the zombies and skeletons loved to outdo each other. Act 1, The Invitation. One day, the skeleton family sent out golden invitations for their annual Halloween gala, the most anticipated event in Hallaville. The zombies received the invite, but the skeletons had added a cheeky note: costumes required. For those who can afford them. This enraged the zombie parents, especially Dad Zombie, who exclaimed, "They think they're better just because they've got shiny bones. We'll show them." But the zombies had no money for fancy costumes, and their youngest, Ziggy Zombie, came up with a plan: let's make our own costumes. Act 2, The Zombie Makeover. The zombies got to work. 1. Mom Zombie stitched together outfits using leftover fabric scraps and moss. 2. Dad Zombie sculpted accessories out of clay and broken tools. 3. Ziggy and his sister, Zara Zombie, painted their faces to look like glamorous ghouls. Their outfits weren't perfect, but they were filled with heart and a lot of zombie ingenuity. Meanwhile, at the skeleton mansion, Mom Skeleton ordered designer costumes from Bone Teak Fashion, and the kids, Sunny and Slim Skeleton, bragged about their imported glow-in-the-dark bone polish. Act 3, The Gala Showdown. The night of the gala arrived, and the zombies nervously shuffled to the skeleton mansion. The golden ballroom sparkled with chandeliers made of crystal skulls, and the skeleton family's costumes were jaw-dropping, literally. Dad Skeleton wore a tuxedo with diamond cufflinks, and Mom Skeleton dazzled in a gown covered in pearls. When the zombie family entered, whispers filled the room. Some guests laughed at their homemade costumes, but the zombies held their heads high. They knew they had something the skeletons didn't: authentic creativity. The highlight of the night was the costume contest, judged by none other than the mayor of Hallaville, a quirky witch named Madame Hex. As each family strutted down the runway, the skeletons flaunted their expensive outfits. But when the zombies took the stage, they danced, groaned rhythmically, and struck hilarious poses, leaving the crowd in stitches. Act 4, The Twist. Madame Hex was about to announce the skeletons as the winners when the mansion suddenly lost power. Chaos erupted as skeletons bumped into each other in the dark. The zombies, with their keen night vision, took charge. 1. Ziggy Zombie fixed the fuse box with a stick and some chewing gum. 2. Zara Zombie found the skeleton children, who were scared and rattling in the dark. When the lights flickered back on, the crowd cheered for the zombies, not just for their costumes, but for saving the day. Madame Hex declared, "The zombies win. True spirit and teamwork always shine brighter than gold." Act 5, The Lesson. The skeleton family, humbled by the experience, invited the zombies to share the spotlight. Dad Skeleton admitted, "We may be rich, but you zombies are rich in something money can't buy: heart." From that day on, the rivalry softened. The skeletons donated materials to fix the zombie house, and the zombies taught the skeletons how to make things with their own hands. Together, they learned that no matter how different they seemed, they were better as neighbors, and even better as friends. Moral of the story: true wealth isn't measured by riches but by creativity, kindness, and the strength of community.